Hello guys, welcome to another exciting day. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to YJ Digital World. I remain your regular host, Agu Joseph. On today's video, I'll be guiding you through on how to create a wonderful looking flyer for an automobile business brand precisely. Okay, in doing this, we'll be making use of Photoshop. So when carrying out this type of project, one of the first thing you consider are your audience. Who are your audience? Who are you creating this design for? Okay, so we'll be looking at how we can tell our story, how we can pass the right story to our audience. Okay, so first thing first, we have to create a project file in which this project will be carried out on. Please, if you are a new subscriber, please do well to subscribe, turn on the post notification to get notification whenever I upload new content. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming in. Okay, please don't forget to give this video a like. So let's get into the design phase. So first thing first, we have to create the Canva workspace in the Photoshop. Okay, that is the new document called Canva workspace in which this project will be carried out on. So the name of this project, will be calling this Babs Autos. That's the name of the brand. Okay, for this we'll be changing our unit of measurement to inches. Okay, and here is the unit in width and the measurement in height precisely. Our resolution remains on 300. Color must remains on RGB because this design won't be printed. It will be used on social media purposes only. So hit on the create. Here we have our Photoshop Canva workspace on which this project will be carried out on. So first thing first, in order to tell our story, we should, as a designer, we should have a plan on how we want our design project to actually look like. Okay, so here let me pick my brush. I want to give a preview of how I want my design to actually look like. Okay, so let me pick my hard brush. So here on my design, I'll be placing the logo of the brand over here. Okay, why over here be placing the theme on my flyer over here, while at this other region here we'll be placing the brand information such as phone number, email address, and the rest of them. Okay, so in order to give a good illustration, okay, we have to use a car image precisely over here. We'll place a car image along this part precisely to help depict our story to our audience. Okay, that is I'm trying to show you how my layout will actually look like when the project starts. While over here I'll put, that is behind the car, I'll put the sky and a green vegetation to show that okay, this car is running along a green path, that is a vegetation path precisely. Okay, while on the car I'll make sure that there is contrast between the background and my car. Okay, I would like to make the headlight of the car functioning. I like to show the effect on my background that okay, this car is a very fast car. Okay, by adding motions blur to the car and to that of my background. Okay, to actually help me present my story properly to my audience. So let's right into the design phase. So first thing first, I want to drag in some of my resources into my Photoshop Canva workspace, like my car image here. I'll check, right click and convert it to a smart object. By doing so, it enables you to maintain the actual pixel resolution of your image. Okay, so I'll scale out, Ctrl T, I'll scale it out. Okay, Okay, this is actually looking nice. So after doing this, I want to pick another resource from over here, so I'll drag in these two into my Canva workspace. Okay, check. Okay, here I have my images that I'll be using for this project. So one of the first image we have here is this. So let me right click to convert it to a smart object to actually maintain resolution. Ctrl T to transform, and I'll scale this up. I'll scale this up properly. I want to place it this way on this project precisely. I want to place it like this on this project precisely. So I've checked. Okay, so on this I'll enable this. Right click, convert it to a smart object to maintain resolution. Ctrl T. Okay, then I want to Ctrl minus to zoom out precisely and scale this up this way. Okay, I have to adjust it this way. Okay, it is actually coming to life now. Okay, so after doing that, you check. So in order to make the backgrounds blend and communicate properly, I will still drag in one other resource into my Canva workspace. So I'll drag in this cloud image into my Canva workspace. Okay, scale it up. Check. I have to drag this beneath every other layer here. Okay, so first thing first, I need to work on my background. So I'll add the layer mask to this. Make sure the layer mask is selected. Foreground color is set on black. The black enables you to brush on a white mask layer. Pick your brush, right click and select the soft round brush precisely. Okay, make sure that your opacity and flows are set on 100%. Use the open and close bracket key beside your P button on your keyboard to scale up and scale down the size of your brush. Okay, then you can then start brushing out this way by taking out some of the pixels. Okay, for this other image here, I also add a vector mask to this. Okay, and brush out some of the pixels for this. Okay, but this time around I would like to scale down the flow to about, let me say, 11 pixels. Okay, so that I can brush this way. So for this, rather, I'll come over here, start taking out most of this. Okay, okay, so here where I have this, I want to make a little adjustment to this. Ctrl T and adjust this way. Okay, check. Come to where I have my car and adjust the size of the car. Take it down this way. Okay, select these two layers and still make a little adjustment to them. Okay, pick your brush precisely and still take out most of this from this image. Okay, come over here, take out this, take out this. Trying to blend the images together so that they can communicate properly. Okay, okay, I think this is actually looking nice. Ctrl T to scale up this. Okay, so after doing that, I can come here precisely to make a little adjustment to this. You switch by using X to regain some of this image back. Okay, then come over here, select the layer, make a little adjustment this way. Okay, Ctrl minus to adjust it this way. Okay, pick your brush, switch your brush to black to enable you to brush out some parts of this image. Okay, to brush out some of the pixels in the image precisely. Okay, so that is for this. So here I'll select these two green vegetations, click on the first one, hold shift, click on the second one, Ctrl G, and call these trees. Okay, that's for that. So the next thing I'll be doing on this, I'll come to my adjustment panel here, come to my curves here, go to the green channel here and add a little bit of magenta to this. Okay, I don't need the green to be too strong. Okay, the opposite of green is magenta, so by taking this way, I'm adding more of magenta to my highlight. But if I take it this one, I'm adding more of green to my highlight. So add a little bit of magenta. I'm trying to create contrast. Okay, I think this is actually looking nice. Okay, before and after. So I'll clip max it to only to the green vegetation precisely. So after doing that, I'll come to where I have my car here, come to my adjustment panel here, add a little hues and saturation here, clip max this and desaturate the car a little bit. Let me see to, I think this is okay precisely. Come to my adjustment panel once more and adjust the curves. Okay, so let me adjust the shadows for this, clip max it again. I need the effect to be only on the car. Okay, so after doing this, in order for we to make our project to come to life, come to our exercise file here and drag in these two light ray into our Canva workspace. Okay, scale this up, rotate the angle and place the light along this part, scale it up, rotate it, scale it up precisely. and place the light along this part. Check. Okay, this I'll come here, scale this down and place the light in same direction as this. Check. Select the two layers and change the blending mode to screen precisely. Okay, for this I'll select this, hit Ctrl L on my keyboard to turn on the levels and adjust it this way to take out all the edges. Okay, to fade out the edges. I think this is actually looking nice. Check here, Ctrl T, adjust this light. Okay, this way I've adjusted the light. Okay, so after doing this, we still need to make some little adjustments to the project. Okay, so here we'll come to our car. If you notice, the light ray is coming this way and we need the reflection of this light ray on this bonnet, that is to our highlight. Okay, to actually portray that this light is actually reflecting on this car. So one of the ways we can do that is to add a curve, a hue adjustment layer here. Okay, click on this peak icon here. We'll select the highlight on this car. I think this is the highlight of this car. Adjust the hues and saturation to when we have like more of red. Okay, so we'll have more of red over here. All we have to do after adding the hues is to come to where we have our layer on our layer panel, double click on this, the layer styles comes up. Okay, so we want the light reflection to be added to only our highlight. Okay, so drag the shadows, move it from the shadows to our highlight. You can now see the reflection on the bonnet. Hold Alt to break the sliders. Take this way and take this way. Okay, you can now see the reflection of the sun on the bonnet. Okay, so after doing that, we come over here. We want to create a contrast on this part of our car. We need a contrast in such a way that if we place information here, our information will be visible to our audience. Okay, so here I'll come here to my selective colors, precisely to my adjustment panel, change the color channel to black. I need to adjust this, add a little bit of magenta to this. Okay, so I'll come over here, add the curve layer over here. Okay, and drag it down to, let me see, around this. Okay, I think this is actually looking nice. So all I have to do is hit Ctrl I, pick my brush, make sure it's set on white so that I can be able to brush on this white max layer. Okay, so my brush and flows are set, so I'll come over here and start applying the effect. So start adding the effect over here, scale up the size, so come over here, create a new adjustment layer, that is another curve layer, create this contrast this way. Okay, Ctrl I and apply some of the effects on this other side of the road. thereby creating unity. Okay, so try to apply this way. Come to our adjustment layer extension and adjust the effect. Come to the layer mask precisely and still brush to add the effect properly. I think this is actually looking nice. Okay, this is actually looking nice. Now if you look closely, you notice that okay, the wheels of the car is showing that the car is on high acceleration, and in order for we to show that okay, the car is moving on a high speed, our background should be reflecting the same story, that okay, this car is moving in a high speed as well. But if you look, my background is showing as if it is actually flat, like nothing, there is no effect of the motion on the background. So in order for me to do that, I have to come here where I have the trees, precisely open them. Okay, on this I'll come over here, select the blur, motion blur. I think I'll set this to about 6, that is the direction. Set this to about 6. Okay, this is before and this is after. You can now see the effect of the motion. So I hold Alt, drag this motion blur effect on to over this, okay, to apply same effect on the project. Okay, so you can now see how it looks now on the project. So in order to make this image more rich, so I'll come over here, adjust the highlight a little. I don't need it to be too strong, there are too much light ray on the car. Come over here, adjust this as well. Okay, that's for this. So Ctrl minus to fit to screen, rather to zoom out. So I'll come over here to where I have my first layer of my car, hold shift, select this other layer, Ctrl G, call this car. Okay, so next I need to make sure that the headlight of this car is working. Okay, the wheels are showing that it is on high acceleration. So in order to also show that okay, this brand is selling fast cars, their cars are of good standard. Okay, the wheels have already shown okay, it's a very fast car. The the headlamp needs to be active, okay, that they sell the best to their audience. Okay, so come over here, hit Ctrl Shift N precisely, and call this light. Okay, come over here, change this to color dodge and enable this precisely. Okay, after enabling this, we'll select a color for our headlamp, set it as this. Okay, so all I have to do is to come this way, zoom in into the car, scale down the size of the brush, increase your flows back, scale down the size of the brush using the open and close bracket key, and brush this way gently. Okay, scale up the size of the brush and then apply the effect to the remaining lamps. Okay, same effect should be applied to this other lamp here. Okay, that's for this. Okay, but if you notice here we have a blue car and the light is showing yellow, but we'll still make adjustments to the color. So come over here, create another new layer here, Ctrl Shift N, and call this glow. Change the blending to soft light and click on OK. So just come to the edges over here, scale up the size of your brush a little, and apply a glow effect this way. Okay, to show that the light is actually glowing out. So after doing that, come to where I have this color dodge layer. Okay, apply the hues and saturation to this. Okay, and actually desaturate this way. Okay, now we have changed it from yellow to white precisely. Okay, so let's come over here, select this, group them together. Okay, you can now see that the effect is on the whole project precisely. Okay, so come here, select them and group them together. We call these lamps. Okay, you can see the effect on the project. That's for this. Okay, so we are almost done with this. So come over here, select this and group them. By grouping your layers, it enables you to make your layer panel look actually well neat and organized. So call this light ray. Okay, that's for that. So after doing that, can come here to your curves, make a little adjustment to the whole project. Okay, just to adjust the highlights for this way. Adjust the highlights precisely this way. I think this is actually looking nice. Okay, so come to our text layer here. We'll be placing in our text for this brand. Copy this, pick the text tool. I'll be using a font called Square 721. Pick the text tool, left click and paste. Check, change the color to white precisely. Adjust the tracking. The text should be very close. Then the spacing between the text should be reduced. Ctrl T on your keyboard to transform and actually adjust the size of the text. Scale it up. This needs to be more pronounced and more visible. Okay, we'll place it along this part. Okay, that's for that. So come over to here, copy this other set of text here, pick our text tool, left click, paste in the text, check, move the text and place it along this part. Okay, make sure they are aligned together. make sure your guides are turned on. Okay, so pick move tool to adjust the position of this. Okay, but I noticed that I still need to make an adjustment to this. This way I need more of the reflection on the green vegetation. Okay, so after doing that, come to notepad again, copy this set of text, change the font, paste the text, check, change the font precisely to Montserrat. Let me change it to medium precisely, turn on the caps, scale down the size. I think this is actually looking nice, and make sure that it is well aligned with this. Okay, so after doing that, check, pick your text layer from your notepad again, you copy it, come over here, left click and paste it in. Okay, select your text, that is your contact number, and create hierarchy by making it bolder. Check why this, you can choose to scale it down a little. Okay, check, Ctrl T to transform, scale it up and place it horizontally to this. Check. Okay, scale this down a little. Pick your move to and adjust the position for this. That's for that. We are done with this, so move to the next phase of this design. Copy this, come to our design, pick your text to place. This is the name of the brand. Okay, on the caps, Ctrl T, scale it up, check, change the font to Montserrat, to a very bold type precisely, and adjust the alignment to somewhere around here this way. Check, come to our notepad, select this set of text, left click and paste in this text here, change the font to Montserrat, but this time around to around medium, adjust trackings. Okay, pick your move tool and adjust the position like this. Make sure it's aligned. Ctrl T, scale it down as this. Ctrl plus, Ctrl 0 to fit to screen. Okay, Ctrl minus to zoom out a little. Okay, this is actually looking nice. So come to where I have this text. We want to change the fill to create contrast, or pick the color from this light and adjust the color. Okay, so after doing this, let me still adjust the color this way. Don't need it to be as flat as this, so I can set the color this way. Okay, check. So I think our project has actually come to life. Okay, we have our car working, we'll have our text placed precisely. Okay, so come here, select our text and take it out of this group. Okay, come here, select them and group them together, call them info. Okay, I think our project has come to life. Okay, so this project is actually looking nice, but if you want to still take it a step further, you can come to our adjustment panel here, slide over to the color lookups and choose to play with any of the lookups and see how it actually looks on your project. Okay, I think this is actually looking nice. You just go around the color lookups and see the one that actually blend properly with your design project. Okay, so guys, we have come to the end of today's video tutorial. Please, if you do enjoy this video, do it to subscribe. If you're a new subscriber, subscribe to my channel. Okay, please turn on the post notification to get notification whenever I upload new content. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you for always coming into my channel. Okay, so please don't forget to give this video a like. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can suggest this video to other designers on the engine. Okay, if you have any question, you can leave your question in the comment section. The link to the exercise file is in the video description. The link to the exercise file is in the video description. So thank you guys for watching.